Woo! Good morning, y'all. It's a beautiful misty morning. So I need to wipe the camera off. Okay, so first things first. I hope I can get out and actually do some Balloon Fiesta stuff. I'm taking this from my backyard. So the first thing is if later on you are trolling through YouTube looking for great footage of the Balloon Fiesta, this is not the video for you. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Latasha. This is not going to be fabulous balloon shots. Now, for work this week, I have three colleagues, I should say, from out of the country coming, and I am going to be kind of looking after them for a week. Hopefully, we can actually all make it to the Balloon Fiesta, but I really don't know how my schedule is going to go. But of course, I wasn't going to miss the very first day of Balloon Fiesta in some way. So I'm here in my backyard. The mass ascension's at 7 o'clock, and I figured we would just hang out together. So this is my view. It's not a great view, right? It's trees and fences. So like I said, this is not the place to come for fabulous Balloon Fiesta footage. This is just the place to come hang out with Joffrey the Giant and watch his balloons. One of the coolest aspects, I keep talking about the coolest things, like my last video was about parks and how it's the coolest thing. So yeah, but it's definitely super duper cool to be driving to work in the morning on some random Friday and there are balloons up in the air. Beautiful hot air balloons. Just, at seemingly random. Perhaps if I were a balloonist, I would know why they pick certain weekends. But it's a whole lot of weekends. There are always people up in the air. So that's very cool. But now I guess I'm about to see hundreds and hundreds. Lynn says, good morning. We loved it in 2016. Went to the Fiesta Park. Oh, I just lost the comment. Hold on a second. But also saw it from our hotel windows in Uptown. See, now that would be a good view. But, because I've seen, the balloons just driving around or even from my backyard, I expect I'll get a good view. I'm looking in the general direction right now of Balloon Fiesta Park. So I also expect it'll be a while. I think I'll be hanging out here for a while. This is truly a hanging out video. Because if the mass ascension starts in 5 minutes, then I'm sure it'll be quite a few more minutes before any become visible over the horizon, at least for me, with this fence in the way. Oh, yes, sir. So, just got back from a long trip out of the state, out of the country, and still kind of recovering from the jet lag. I've been waking up at 4:30 every day, which is pretty good. Normally I wake up at 6:30 or 7. So 4:30 is not too far out of whack. So I just had one day of a whole lot of sleep. I managed to catch up. Oh, Latasha retracted her message. How sad. I wish I had spotted it right when she posted it. So the Balloon Fiesta Park, in my experience, has been where my family and I go for rugby Saturdays. So in the spring, my boys were playing rugby. It was the first thing we did. We kind of hit the ground running when we moved here. The season had just started, so the boys managed to play just about a full season. And we would play out of Balloon Fiesta Park. You could see soccer and stuff going on there as well. It's a beautiful zone. And it would actually be really interesting, for sure, to see it full of all the... Because you could see all the infrastructure for the balloons, right? But, of course, all we were using was the grassy pitch. Emil is waiting for the sunrise. Good morning from El Paso. Well, good morning. As I said at the beginning of the video, This is not going to be your place for awesome footage, but hopefully it can be your place for just hanging out with me and with the people who are viewing and talking about how cool the balloon fiesta is. Y'all, I'm going to go get myself a little more coffee with my cool cactus mug that I found at a thrift store here in town. All right, let's go top off this coffee. I like strong coffee, but I actually might have made this too strong. Ooh, pardon me. And how nice that the weather is finally cooling down. Hi, wife. Yes, I know. It's live, too. My wife does not want to be included in this video, so I will have to make sure the camera does not cover her. She's still in her pajamas, which emphasize her wonderful assets.
Okay.
I'm out there to look at balloons, baby. Today's the first mass ascension.
Did you say moons?
You're the one who's thinking about butts now.
You said like plural moons.
She asked if I said moons. I didn't say moons. I said balloons.
Oh, are we missing a balloon fiesta?
It's all week, but yes.
No.
Today's the first one.
Dude, we need to go.
Dude, we do need to go.
Come on, it's like that thing.
Yes, we'll go on another day. Not today.
Right.
She's blaming me for us not being there.
I thought it was.
All right. All right, so I see I've got some comments I've got to catch up on. Man, it's amazing how light it got fast, huh? Yes, sir. All right. Rayetta Perry asked which thrift store I got this at. It was the one that I named in my thrift store video as my favorite. It's Saint something or other. You know, in Manal, there are a bunch of thrift stores. Before, like, so just, most of them are just to the west of the Coronado Mall. Saint something or other. It's the only Catholic one I've seen on Manal. Latasha says, I certainly hope everyone packed their freezer with freshly roasted green chili. Nothing like a homemade breakfast burrito with green chili. Y'all, I gotta be honest, and I need to do a video about this, like, whilst eating one. I don't, and I know this could get me banned from social life in Albuquerque, but I don't get the breakfast burrito obsession. I mean, I like a breakfast burrito. All right. But yeah, all that, yeah, I mean, the chili, that's very nice. I remember a cast iron pan and then in the broiler. So not like the, you know, the rolling roaster thing you guys have, which is pretty cool. Lynn says, being in the midst of the mass ascension is a bucket list item. I will say I was skeptical, but it did not disappoint. Hi to your wife. Lynn says, hi, Kimberly. There's nothing visible yet. The mass ascension's at 7, so it'll be a few minutes. It's too late to go, I think. But if we went to a park, we'd be able to see more. You should just come out here with me. Put on some nice clothes so that people can see you. Rayetta says the balloon glow is awesome. That actually sounds like the coolest thing. St. Vincent de Paul, that's the one, yeah. Grande Joffrey, what is up, Wellington? Latasha says, not bad, you're okay. Just haven't had an amazing breakfast burrito. Yeah, okay. So my wife got really excited. I didn't realize she would be so into it. I suppose if I had realized it, I would have made a better plan for this Saturday. This is my ideal Saturday, right? And I hate crowds, which, reading online about the balloon fiesta, everyone's like, forget about if you hate crowds, it's okay. There's more room than you think, and it's totally worth it, which I believe. But it's not what I want for my Saturday before I get back to the grind. Last couple of weeks of work I've spent on the road, which is a very different animal from being in the office. And I suppose I just want to take it easy. Lynn asks, she's an artist. Yeah, I think she'd love it. Love the balloon fiesta, you mean? Yeah, she is an artist. Emil says, haven't seen you smoke a pipe lately, my friend. Having a cup of coffee and some full Virginia flake this morning. Loving your Albuquerque series. Love New Mexico. Thank you. And for those of you who have no idea what he's talking about, Joffrey the Giant used to be about what he's just talking about. Different pipe tobaccos and how delicious they are. That was the old channel. Oh, I mean, I feel I can talk about it. I feel like I can do that. But because of the nature of the ministry I'm with now, I took down that content. Which is sad. And I don't engage in any of that stuff in a visible way on social media. Oh, Latasha has to go look after her baby. So long. Enjoy the day. All right, try the burrito lady. I've heard about the burrito lady, and I thought she moved around, but Eubank and Lomas. Okay. Kara with a K. Hi, nice to see so many regulars around. So great that you and your family get to see it right from home. I hope they fly right overhead for you. I hope so too. There's no wind to speak of. So I can't tell. And of course, obviously, the currents of air at even just a little higher altitude are different from what you might feel on the ground. But I have really no notion in which direction they go. It would be amazing if they went right overhead. Yeah, it would. This is the bird song. Probably can't pick up on my little phone. How good is it to have a yard with a beautiful tree? A couple of beautiful trees. We use this clothesline regularly. The clothespins are in that pouch. In fact, we spent a couple of years of our life hanging clothes because in Brazil, our dryer just couldn't keep up with 7 people. So, and even in Carolina, we would use a clothesline a bit. So fortunately, Kimberly was kind of prepared for that. The reason I mention it is this house doesn't have a dryer, and it doesn't have the structure. You'd have to actually do some remodeling for it to take a dryer. I think the last person to live here, the person who owned the house was an old man. I think he passed away while living here. I guess he must have hung all his clothes, and perhaps him and his wife before that. So we hang all our clothes. So the laundry for 7 humans goes on here. And every day, the kids and wife are out here hanging clothes and bringing clothes off. My grandmother, the Brazilian grandmother, used to iron underpants because everything comes off kind of wrinkled. My wife won't go that far. She won't iron no underpants. Lynn, have a great day. One thought that had occurred to me was to perch on this, on my, back wall here. And I hope I do get a decent view of some balloons. I can call the kids on out here. Let's see here. This is my backyard, kind of a mess. All these old little garden beds. My wife's quite a gardener, but she decided not to garden while we rent. Well, we can pass the time by having you all ask questions, if you have any. And I'm going to get just a little more coffee. What's that? Well, I was going to watch some of the balloons go up. I can be live as long as you like. I mean, do you want to actually try to drive somewhere? Okay, yeah. Excuse me for just a second, guys. No, I just want to know. All right, let's do this thing. Ooh. Doing things with one hand can get you in trouble. Kid's brand new bike, got it for his birthday. Just throws it on the ground. Rayetta asks what main streets I am by. You can scour my videos for hints, but that's actually not something I'm going to say just straight up. Gonna preserve some of that old privacy. You never know what sinister figures might be lurking. Yeah, sorry, I hadn't seen your comment until just now. I am in the northeast part of town. I hear helicopters. I've actually heard helicopters all morning. I guess that must be the TV stations. I understand the TV stations do some intense coverage, and there's some iconic figure who has all these buttons from each Fiesta on his jacket. We don't have any TV. I mean, we watch shows and stuff, but it's all internet stuff. I assume the choppers are at the TV stations. The sky is a lot bluer than you're getting in this footage. Hey, Rayetta, I see you didn't respond, so I just want to express my desire that, oh, okay, cool, you just commented. Yeah, no, it's no worries. I've actually had several people ask during lives, because it's asking people what main streets they're by is how people in Albuquerque kind of find out, generally where you live, what neighborhood you're in. You give an intersection, which I think is really efficient. I really like how the city is designed. It's totally a normal question, but you know what surprised me about this area is all the crops that grow here that are common in the South as well. Like in Carolina where we lived, it was pecan orchard after pecan orchard. Same here. Peaches that grow in the region. And South Carolina actually produces more peaches than Georgia. If you guys ever watched that show with Kevin Spacey in it, it's about a politician. Anyway, he's from Gaffney, South Carolina, in the show. And they even filmed some scenes by this giant peach. It's a huge water tower that looks like a giant peach. It actually looks like a giant butt. You can Google like Gaffney peach. Anyway, so peaches and pecans here, just like in the South. It's kind of amazing. House of Cards, that's right. V Worldwide, good morning, how's it going? It is going well, good sir. I'm just caffeinating here, hanging out with folks, waiting to be able to see some balloons. Have no idea how long I'll have to wait. Don't know if I jumped the gun on this live. Just looking forward to seeing some balloons up in the air. Debbie ABQNM says, I'm downtown where the fog is heavy. That shouldn't slow down the growers market on Central between 8th and 10th. That could be a really cool thing to do this morning. How long is the growers market up on a Saturday morning? After I see a few balloons, it might be nice to actually take the family out. Do that. Oh man, I made the coffee so strong by accident that it is eating a hole in my stomach. Well, that bird song and the cool air, certainly not an unpleasant way to spend the morning, with or without balloons. So the growers market runs usually from around 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Note that parking can be a challenge, but I walk there. Okay. That might be even more of a challenge this weekend. Still, could be worth checking out. Central between 8th and 10th. Did you make a Brazilian coffee? Strong. And I'm using a Colombian coffee actually, but yeah, I use a press, a coffee press, a French press, if you will. I just put too much coffee in. To be honest, I didn't want to make it too weak, but my kids make my coffee every morning. But since it's Saturday and I was up before them, I just made it for myself. And I'd forgotten how much went in. Yeah, that's the sort of spoiled life I lead, where my kids make my coffee every morning. Debbie ABQNM continues. Market will run Saturday. Good. Whoa. Pardon me, please. Woo. I can't believe how humid it is this morning. It does not feel like New Mexico. Market will run Saturday mornings through November the 2nd, and then may move elsewhere downtown for a few weeks. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Did you guys see that picture I shared? So check out my community tab on YouTube. If you go to my channel, there's a community tab. And you'll see my posts if you've got your feed set up to show posts as well as videos. You guys remember Segovia Market? I did a video about it. And in the video I mentioned something I had actually told them myself. How sad I was that they didn't have black beans. They only had the pinto beans, which New Mexicans love so well. Well, they stocked black beans and drew me. And they called them Joffrey the Giant's black beans. I felt so happy. I'm going to do a video about that, about how I made my mark on Albuquerque. Debbie ABQNM says humid due to rain yesterday, but will be cool, high around 80. We're getting cooler due to global cooling, so more rain. Yeah, that's fabulous. I mean, this year has been so green. I don't know uh, what to expect, obviously, but it's been a lot greener than I thought it would be. View worldwide. I had one land in my neighborhood last year. Those guys are pretty good. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Man, am I wrong to be like getting so excited for this stuff to pop up? You know, I hope I'm not disappointed. Maybe you guys know, like, how long does it take for these guys to get a little bit of altitude? Because if launch was supposed to be 17 minutes ago, honestly, I kind of thought I'd start to see some balloons about now. Rail yard market runs through 1027, then 2 days around Christmas. Is the rail yard market then different? Miss Debbie ABQNM knows her markets. What I want to know is if these markets have good prices, because, you know, so often you go to a farmer's market and you're paying premium price. And I get paying premium price for a cool experience, but when you're feeding 5 children, including 3 teenagers, you don't mess around with that sort of nonsense. Guys, we spend twice, literally twice, on food. Okay, yeah, my grammar is failing me early in the morning. We spend twice as much on food in New Mexico as we did in Carolina, and to a great degree, it's because there's no Aldi here. Aldi is fabulous. Um, you know, organic produce for cheaper than Walmart normal produce prices. But yeah, we pay twice as much, and we don't like buy organic and that kind of thing. We just buy food. Kevin on the go says, "Glad you are back." Yeah, dude, I'm back, and nobody watches my exotic locale videos. You guys, you just wait for me to come back, and then watch my Albuquerque videos, which I can dig. I can dig it, but it does make me a little bit sad. Yeah, glad you're back. It's cool, dudes. I'm letting a little bit of my resentment peek through. But hey, I'm among friends, right? I can do that. Thank you, Kevin on the go. That's what I meant to say. I'm glad to be back. And I'm glad to be back home. It's kind of cool to fly into ABQ and have it feel like home. Keep watching the skies. You may be able to help in a landing. Just follow directions. Ooh, that would be cool. Wow. Yeah. I suppose this is one of those things where if you spend a lifetime in Albuquerque, one of those years you get to have a pretty nifty experience like that. Crafty Coaster has the same problem. Welcome, Crafty Coaster. Oh, yeah, when you post videos like from breweries or whatever out of town, nobody watches, huh? Yeah. View Worldwide said there's one over at Academy School on Thursdays. I think maybe Debbie knows the time. Debbie will know the time. That girl knows her markets. Still looking out at a barren sky. It really is a bit disappointing. I can tell. I can look at the camera and see you guys are getting kind of a sepia tinge to the sky, but it really is a beautiful pale blue. Debbie ABQNM says, the rare times I fly in, I'm always expecting to see someone I know. I've been here only about 40 years. Yeah. Still not a local yet then, huh? Listen to all that bird song. It's amazing. There was one bird I was hearing. It sounded like like I was in the jungle, but I haven't heard him for about half an hour. One of those. That was terrible. Rayetta guesses that I'll see something around 7:30. I hope so. It's just about 7:30. Debbie knows the markets in her area because she lives downtown. Otherwise, she checks online. She's saying, check online, fools. Stop relying on Debbie. I'll check online. Good morning. I've got to burn. I've got to beam. I've got to be me. I've got to be me one. I got there. Good morning. We were hoping to come out for this, but not coming until November, staying in Corrales. You know, I had a friend who was going to, an acquaintance really, who was going to come over from Carolina to crash here. But alas, she and her husband were not able to make it out. That would have been kind of fun. So View Worldwide and Crafty Coast are having a conversation. Do you guys tag your videos with ABQ on Twitter? I know it is basic, but just giving a tip. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't share my videos on Twitter. I certainly don't share my lives on Twitter. When you share your lives on Twitter, you get trolls. I learned that the hard way. But yeah, I don't really share my videos on Twitter. Haven't gotten really a measurable response. But I don't think I've ever used the ABQ hashtag. So, I mean, I'd be curious to know if you've had success with that. Wow. So Debbie thinks that I've got to be me one in Corrales. We'll see some balloons. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I hear that. I mean, do the balloons usually run south? Because most of the stories I hear about people landing is people running south. So maybe there's some prevailing winds or something. And I hope that's the case, because that'll bring. I am south of the balloon park. That bird you heard sounds like a crow. I know I made a crow noise. I was terrible. It wasn't. I mean, it might have been a crow, but yeah, it didn't sound totally crow-like. I know I made a crow noise. All right, Rayetta. See you soon. YouTube recommended this video, or I might have missed it. Yeah, you know, I only gave maybe like 10 minutes notice that I was doing it live. Oh, it's cool. It really is. Like, there are certain things that are just fun to do with company, right? So, this is a bit of that. I'm going to see what's going on inside the house a little bit. East Coast in the house. Hey, what's up, dude? Long time no see. No balloons yet. I'm gonna see if the kids are awake. Pardon me. Wow, everybody's sound asleep. Hi, Ward.
Oh.
I'm outside looking to see if any balloons from the Balloon Fiesta pop up. And what you heard may have been a ladderback woodpecker. Okay, a poorly executed call that sounds like a crow is probably a ladderback woodpecker. That's what we're gonna go with. Woohoo! A YouTuber finally in New Mexico. Yeah, you know, yes, indeed. There are a few other channels out there. You know, the fact that I get to document some of my new experiences in New Mexico, I think is a pretty big thing. You know who I think the biggest YouTuber in Albuquerque is? This woman who does like knitting and crochet and stuff. There's another dude who does car stuff. Of course, their stuff doesn't have any focus on New Mexico. But there's some pretty big YouTubers in town, a lot bigger than me. It is possible that I am the biggest Albuquerque and New Mexico content guy so far. So yes, woohoo! V Worldwide says, if you share the videos, hashtag Albuquerque. I have gained a few more followers on Twitter. Yeah, New Mexico true. That's a good hashtag. Suspicious Observers used to be in Albuquerque for some reason, moved to Denver. Drat. Who is Suspicious Observers? I'll look them up on YouTube, but if you're willing to drop another comment telling me a little bit more, that would be cool. Looks nice out. Temperatures. You know, I would guess that right now it must be 60. It's going to get close to 80 by the time, because it's almost 7:30 right now. But yeah, it's nice and cool right now. So just to give you an idea, I'm wearing a light jacket and flip-flops. So that's the temperature. Light jacket, but flip-flops. For birds, see pocket-sized book, Birds of New Mexico Field Guide. Yeah, it seems to me like the biggest attraction, the best way to take advantage of everything that Albuquerque, New Mexico has to offer is by being a nature lover. Historically, that has not been in my wheelhouse. So I've either got to learn it or, or just not take as much advantage. Like going out to the Jemez Wilderness, what a joy that was. So Debbie ABQNM says, suspicious observers basically look at how the sun influences Earth, which is a lot. Okay, so they weren't like Albuquerque or New Mexico focused. Yeah, like there really are quite a few YouTubers around. They're just doing their YouTube thing. In Los Lunas, New Mexico, it was raining all night. Yeah, here too. Here it was pouring. I'll probably wear shorts to the market. Yeah, I think I'm in a good spot with my jeans and flip-flops. So, yeah, hiking made me think of something I read yesterday. Who was it who said it? I forget. It was a famous guy. Russell? No. Anyway, I was reading some quote online, a relatively long one, about hiking and not liking the word hiking, preferring the word saunter. And what I read gave the origin of the word saunter, which you guys might find pretty interesting. So saunter comes from the pilgrims to the Holy Land. Like, you might come from France and be making a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, or from England making a pilgrimage to the Holy Land. And, you just walk and walk for months and months, right? And you'd walk through a village and they'd ask you, where are you going? I'm going to the Holy Land, à la Sainte. I'm going à la Sainte. I'm going to the Holy Land. Sainte, saunter, right? So sauntering, this guy was saying we shouldn't hike. Hiking is so mission focused. Instead, we should saunter. We should treat our mountains. I think, he was Scottish. The guy was Scottish. And we should treat our mountains like our own holy land, and we should saunter through them. I think I could be a saunterer, where I might not be a hiker, and do the same things, but have a different mentality. I'm sauntering. Anyway, I liked that. I liked the origin of the word saunter. That was pretty cool. All right. Crafty Ghoster says, I'm over off Paseo del Norte and I don't see balloons. Yeah, and I've heard that being near Paseo del Norte is the best place to be if you're not going to actually be on the park. Of course, the park is right by there, but a saying of New Mexico from Debbie ABQNM, dress in layers, drink plenty of water. Kara with a K, I thought you'd left. I thought you were leaving us. I'm up on tramway heading to yoga. Looking towards Balloons Fiesta Park. Looks like a thick layer of fog. Hopefully it will burn off and those balloons will get up where we can see. CJ React says, I love the rain, but last night was amazing because of the moon in the rain. Oh man, I wish I'd seen that. So, I mean, it looks to me like the fog is burned off, but I'm looking out into the distance. I can't actually see the park. Maybe 45 after, yeah, well, we'll see. Don't worry, Rayetta, we're not gonna, shoot. Sometimes the mind just locks because you think of a. I'm going to do a humble brag here. You think of a term in the other language. But yeah, we won't demand that you be correct with the time frame. Nos vamos a te cobrar. Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay that you're totally wrong about half past. All right, Debbie ABQ says to Kara, KOB shows it is sunny at the fields. That should burn off the fog soon. Yeah. Looks like 15 are inflated, but just sitting there. Sweet, Rayetta, are you there? Are you there, Rayetta? You're the inside woman. Kara with a K is a teeny tiny YouTuber in Albuquerque. Oh, Rayetta's doing a Facebook Live. Hers is better than mine. Oh, right. You're watching a Facebook Live. You're watching 2 live things. You're amazing. We get fog maybe 3 times a year, so that's something to witness. Yeah, of course it's going to be on Balloon Fiesta Day. Boop. Kara with a K, you're a teeny tiny YouTuber. What is your channel about? Maybe get a few subscribers. You've got 18 people watching right now. You get 18 new subscribers. Speaking of 18 people watching, you guys should like this video. So give it a little boop. 17 people watching. Aye. Look what a great area I'm in. Look at all these trees. The tourists should love the color of the sky. Now, you don't love the color of the sky right now, just the tourists? Crafty Coaster, LOL, we have a lot of very small YouTube creators. Yeah, I mean, Albuquerque is, every once in a while you get a little big city feel, but, it's a small town culturally, for sure. So, that, it kind of makes sense. So pretty often I go and check out my subscribers' channels, and I'm pretty sure I've checked out Kara with a K. I think Kara does exercise videos. Is that right? Yeah, V Worldwide, also a small YouTuber. Just got to keep going. Yeah, the way YouTube is fun for me is with this sort of thing. It doesn't have to be live, but it's all the interaction. And there definitely is this sort of critical mass where if you don't have enough viewers, you're not guaranteed the interaction. I've never hit that point where I can't keep up with. I've had a few videos that I haven't been able to keep up with all the comments, but just single videos, and that happened with my old channel too. A few big ones that hit relatively big, but as a channel, I've always been able to keep up. So I'm nowhere near that point, but I am at the point in as far as size goes that I know that I'll always have interaction with folks. Thanks for liking the video, guys. I appreciate that. And so that to me is the struggle when you still have a small audience, because I really think that most people aren't in it for the views, but like any hobby. Maybe it's just my own personality. Maybe you can make model trains in a basement and not care about talking to other people who make model trains. But yeah, the interaction is what is fun. So I hope all of you guys get enough of an audience to be able to have interaction every time you post something. Debbie ABQNM, the tourists will be amazed. We'll think that's normal for here. Yes. Hopefully the balloons will be up soon from Sandra Lee. Yes. Rayetta says, try going to Facebook Balloon Fiesta Live. Then when you see one go up, go live again. Yeah, well, I'm here hanging out. Hey, Joffrey. Nice hair. Did you brush it? No. Come show the people your hair. I just cut off his big flop of hair, but he's still pretty floppy. Look at that. Look at that thing. Flop your hair for us. Oh, look at that. So that's what we're looking at, kid. An empty sky.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Hopefully soon we'll see lots of balloons. Debbie ABQNM, perhaps you can go to the Fiesta during the week, less traffic, though fewer balloons, get out on the field, make videos for YouTube. That's what I'd like to do. And hopefully it can happen nice and early before I have to be at work around 8 o'clock. Fog looks kind of bad. Too deflated. What? Rayetta, stop giving bad news. KOB shows one going up. Hey! When the camera is not among the balloons close up. Okay. I see one going up on channel 4. They are all just sitting there. So one intrepid adventurer went up in the fog. Hey.
Hey.
I'm going to get more coffee.
That sounds like an excellent.
Uh-huh. Well, I was going to give you the camera so you could talk to these people, entertain them.
Cool.
Putting your floppy hair. I'll be right back.
So on the entertainment for now, folks. Entirely unsure of what to do. I didn't even know it was Balloon Fiesta Day until my dad told me. Hello, V Worldwide. I only woke up 5 minutes ago. It's rather evident. Here he comes now.
Did you lose all my viewers?
Probably.
Here you go. Hey, everybody. So we have word that there's one balloon up in the air. One balloon. There's another kid wearing his New Mexico rugby shirt. Two are up now on TV.
Ooh,
Two!
yes.
All right, snide kid. We drank all the coffee. There's none left.
There's some brew in the machine. Okay.
Coffee drinkers. All right. V Worldwide said good morning entertainment.
Yes, I acknowledged him.
Ah, okay. So apparently there are events in the evening for the Fiesta as well during the week. It goes on all week.
Oh, really?
This is the big day.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was just one day, but apparently.
Yeah, it's the whole week.
Okay.
You should go out Thursday night. Special shapes glow. Yeah, the balloon glow is what I want to see. Do you know about the balloon glow?
Yeah, it's like in the evening or something, right?
I think the balloons just inflate and with the and
You've got the lamp or what,
exactly,
the torches or whatever.
and so you just get to look at the cool shapes. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. All right, so there are several balloons up now. Let's hope. Balloons will be up every day that the weather permits throughout the year. They're not this many. Google account says you have to come to our balloon rally. It's in Gallup, 2 hours west of Albuquerque. We have it the first week of December. I could get you a balloon ride, maybe. Ooh. Send me a message on Instagram, dude. Or Dudess, since your name is Google account. Yeah, hit Joffrey the Giant on Instagram and send me a message. The balloon hosting the U.S. flag is up. I don't know what that means, WABQ. I'm sorry. All right, Channel 13 also shows balloons up. It's happening. Happening for them, but not for us. Look how short you are. Tell the world how tall you are.
5'11".
Yeah. That's what a 5'11" person looks like next to me.
It's rather amusing.
Mm-hmm. Rayetta has about 4 minutes to be right. Well, they're up in the air, so I feel like you're right already. Here comes another kid. Hello, George.
You're better prepared for this chilly weather than I am.
It's really cool to be on your way to work and see all the hot air balloons up in the sky. Yeah, I mean, I've already had that experience a little bit, but certainly nothing like The Fiesta. Oh, here we are.
Do I just need to become taller to see?
No, we don't see any balloons yet. You can climb on the chair, though. Kara with a K tells us about her channel.
Oh, love it. Okay.
It's kind of a variety channel because I haven't picked a niche, but I do videos on traveling, lifestyle things. Once I get good at yoga, I'd love to have a yoga channel. There you go. Subscribe to Kara with a K. The Wells Fargo balloon, this is from Debbie ABQNM. Oh, dude, a whole flock of birds just flew up, and for a split second,
I saw that.
my
too.
heart leapt within me.
I saw like
Yeah.
20 birds. I was like, whoa, that's a. Oh.
Yeah. Birds are not balloons, guys. Come on. The Wells Fargo balloon shaped like a stagecoach is inflating. Ooh, there's a balloon shaped like a stagecoach.
That could be cool.
Special shapes are trying to rise. Maybe it takes more for special shapes to rise.
Sure it does.
Yeah? Why are you sure it does?
Because
They're
why
not
would we-
aerodynamic?
Yeah. Come on, a balloon is about as aerodynamic as
Mara! Good morning.
I woke up at, it's the balloon fiesta. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and thought, why did I wake up at 5 in the morning? Oh, I know.
Because, yeah, you couldn't wait to see the balloons.
I had the adrenaline.
You found a snail?
Yeah,
Oh.
in its shell.
Oh, wow.
You can, like, when I touched it, I thought it was just a shell, but when I touched it, I tried to it up, it was too heavy. So it,
Well, it's stuck. It's stuck to the ground
Because the ground's
because they're sticky. Hey!
That's how they move.
So all the kids who are at home right now, I have one kid who's traveling. All the kids are at home right now. We're now out here.
Very.
Let's see some balloons and various states of undress. Some in pajamas. Some wearing shorts and barefoot. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Let's say I have comments to catch up on. Sandra Lee blesses us and wishes us a good day. The same to you, sister. Beware of driver gawking at the balloons causing accidents. Whoa,
Oh,
that's a good tip.
exactly.
Kara with a K just did some videos on my travels to Estes Park and got the most unbelievable videos of elk rut and elk fighting a few feet away from me. Whoa, we gotta check that out.
That would be cool.
Countdown is 2 minutes.
Dun, dun,
1 minute now at
dun,
this point.
dun.
Rayetta Perry has 1 minute to be correct about balloons in the sky. Yes, daughter?
can you pick me up so I can see the balloon?
It's gonna be over there, Mark.
Would
And they're gonna rise into the sky, so they're gonna come up into your point of view. So if you just stand here, come here.
I'm gonna climb the tree.
Come here and just look over there, and they'll come up there eventually. You need to go get some shoes and warmer clothes on?
You just told her to put on shoes and warmer
She
clothes.
was shivering and
No,
chattering her teeth.
It's just my feet are...
Yeah, why don't you put on flip-flops, little
I'm a
girl?
big boy, I'm tough.
Okay. All right, bye, Kara. Enjoy class. Debbie ABQNM. A wide view from KOB showed 7 Up. The roar of the balloons can scare birds. Another reason balloons don't go downtown, zoo animals scare easily. Whoa.
That's an interesting.
Oh, is it dead? That's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, poor thing. Oh, George killed a snail. Run, boy, run. George, he didn't do it on purpose.
That's what he wants us to think.
Yeah, he wants us to think. Crafty Coaster. Any YouTube creators that want to join me for beer or coffee, just contact me on Instagram. Very cool. I did that. I had a blast. Debbie ABQ says, throw the kids in the car, go over to streets east of the field, and watch from there for free. It's a good idea. Maybe we could do that before church tomorrow. Yeah, what's up? Where are you? Oh, you want to show the world what a good tree climber you are? I don't even see you.
He's up at the top over here.
Oh, right up here, you can see his leg.
Oh, yeah. Wow. You are high, dude. How often do you go up there? Wave so people can see you. It's hard to see you.
Yeah, I go up here plenty.
Okay. Wow. Look at that. That kid's 20 feet up in the air. No, I'm saying, wow, look at that from your brother being at the top of this tree.
Oh yeah, our old tree is almost at the top.
I know, but this is bigger than our old tree. I guess he's bigger now.
I climbed recently in South Carolina with that little one.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier for me to get on because I have really short legs and flat.
Right.
They're lower, so I can just
All right, let's sit back down. Oh.
Oh, Dad, do you realize that there are dirt towers?
Th- There are what?
Dirt towers? There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
Look,
Ward took those down.
uh, saw some one that more that he missed.
Can you see any balloons way up there?
No, sir.
Huh. Well, that kid is easily 20 feet in the air. And he's not seeing any balloons yet.
Can I sit on your lap?
Sure.
I feel like sitting down.
I am very.
You got to look north. The mountains are east. So can you tell which way is north?
That way?
No, the mountains are east. You're looking east. So you got to look to your left.
Oh. Mountains everywhere.
Mountains everywhere, yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, you're looking north now.
Then the camera's just kind of like playing fog.
Yes. Let's read the comments.
The
The fog is getting thick over here. So maybe we won't see balloons. That would be sad. That's what we're looking at. A balloonless sky. You know, honestly, I'm thinking that maybe we would video.
Dad,
Yes.
maybe it's because of the sun. Maybe that's why they can't see very well in the sky.
You mean the camera or?
No, there's sun. Like there's
Yeah.
a really light
Yeah.
making it hard to see.
Right. But if I turn the camera this way, it's a little better. See?
Yeah.
It's just the sun is behind the camera. It's not really good for it.
Yeah.
Ah, now you look ready.
Yeah. Except for my sandals.
With your hair brushed down, you look really different. Now you look like.
Yeah, it's like kind of cold. I think the low today was.
You have a huge backyard. I thought mine was big. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, the kids love hanging out here. It's nice that it rained because it's really, really dusty. You can see we don't have any grass.
Well, she got a.
What's Mom up to, guys?
I believe she's getting dressed. She just showered a few minutes ago.
Okay. Well, we can keep the video running at least till Mom gets out here.
I think I heard.
She apparently is the smart one.
Yeah.
I think I heard Mom say that today we're going to pick up Renata.
No, it's not today.
Uh,
It's next week, next Wednesday. I have a daughter who's traveling. So this little daughter is looking forward to seeing her again, aren't you? Yep. All right. The rest of the Swaits are setting up their viewing gallery.
we're setting the podcast.
What's up, my little girl?
Sure, I love singing on
I know.
one.
Did you ever take the kids to Tinkertown yet? No, still haven't done that. Driven past a couple of times. I know where it is. But we haven't been to Tinkertown yet. Yep.
Can I have a little bit of coffee or tea?
Yeah, you can have a touch of coffee.
Thank
Wait, who's going to serve you?
Or is that out here?
Okay.
Actually, he is. He's in the tree, Mara.
Oh, yeah, he's in the tree. You're going to have to ask one of your brothers to do it.
Mine. You can have some of mine. You can have some of mine.
She wants some of her own. So, Crafty Coaster here on YouTube, Mara, says that you might be an editor one day.
What's the edit?
An editor is someone who works with language and they help writers write better.
They go over the book and make sure there's no grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes.
Well,
Sounds more like Renata.
yeah. Renata wants to be a writer.
Right. Well, I think he was commenting on how good you are with words.
You know what you can do, Mara? You can edit or not this.
All right, let's see here. Rosemary says you should see Las Golondrinas sometime. Las Golondrinas is the old Spanish ranch around Santa Fe, right? Careful, my coffee is. Oh, there it goes. It's okay.
Sorry, I didn't see it.
It's no problem.
Thought it was just a rock.
I've got to be me. It says we've been to Tinkertown. Cool place. Yeah, that's what all the reports are.
What is Tinkertown?
Tinkertown. Oops, what am I doing? There we go. Tinkertown. Do you remember when we drove up to the ridge?
It's like a museum, right?
Yeah, but I think it's like a lot of odds and ends, almost like a.
No, they're going to be coming up this way because that's the direction Balloon Fiesta Park is. And that's where they're all at.
There's a big federal building on Silver and 6th that I can usually see from my porch, but fog is hiding the massive building. Wow. Yeah. Yes.
Where can we go to Balloon Fiesta?
Because then we have to wake up at 5 in the morning and drive over there.
Earlier than 5 in the morning.
There a lot of people do that and they wake up really early to do it and it gets super crowded.
But maybe we could go later this week.
And yep, another day.
So many people, like, as their background, so many people use balloons as their background. It's just like,
It's because they're so beautiful.
yeah, but they're not usually around. Like, it's not just like
You
everyday
should see them. You
balloons.
should-
No.
They're around a lot.
Hey, tree guy. Do you see any balloons?
No, sir,
You see any vibrant colored birds?
None of those either. Pigeons have that, right?
All right. Tinkertown, according to View Worldwide, guys, is cool and creepy at the same time. Feels you've walked into a Stephen King novel. That sounds more creepy than cool. Perhaps drive down to El Bosque del Apache 100 miles in November to see all the birds, or visit the birds at Tingley Beach. More are in the Bosque del Apache, though. Apache Woods.
Dad, sometimes I'm kind of confused. When I clap really loud, it just echoes
Yeah.
outside. Sometimes like really loud, it echoes. I just did it over there trying to get the water off and
You
didn't
can have my chair.
did this.
Okay.
This one's left.
My queen, no balloons are visible yet.
I think we should go to a park or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe we should try to go to the Fiesta tomorrow.
There's a art fair I wanted to go to. I don't know if it's at the park or what. Problem is going to the park is probably crazy. I've heard it's
There's a bunch of stuff going on. Apparently, Las Golondrinas, which I think is in Santa Fe, is having a harvest festival this weekend. Then a couple of farmers markets.
I really want to check out the art festival.
Do you know where it is?
No, but I can look it up.
Yeah.
It's in. No, it's the big one, I think, too.
Well, odds are pretty good that if it's an arts festival, it's in Santa Fe.
It's not.
Okay.
It's in town.
Well, apparently the fog is rolling south.
It started yesterday, but it was raining.
So this video has turned out to be a hangout with my family, y'all. Hey, Mom, have you seen Ward?
Hi, Warning.
He's looking for balloons out there.
Yeah, he doesn't see any balloons yet. Yeah, definitely don't fall.
He's climbing.
Weird to be sure.
It would actually be really awkward on a live video, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, gotta go. My kid just fell 20 feet. And hey, remember there are bricks down here at the bottom of the tree.
Did you have to tell them you
Can't help it as parents to worry a little bit.
Oh, Papa.
Yes, daughter.
Did you see this?
What is it?
It's a little.
No. It's stuck, Mara.
No, not as way.
Debbie ABQNM says she goes to Santa Fe to look at art and then buys it cheaper in Albuquerque.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Tons and tons
I
of
don't know if we
frames.
missed it or something. I think it might have been yesterday, but it was raining, so I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, in like the whole time we have moved here, I put this on.
Did you make that?
Yeah, I painted it.
Nice.
And it's been like this for rain, like all this time. There's so many rains, and it still has the paint on.
Yeah, it'll stay for good.
Marmar, what are you wearing?
I can see sunlight in the background of the video. Yeah, I mean
Go
it's
get dressed and put on
it's
some
sunny.
tennis shoes.
It's nice. No like clouds. I can see it.
Yeah. Golondrinas also has Spanish Colonial Days coming up specifically for kids. A lot of school groups. As homeschoolers, we try to do stuff when the school groups are not there
Because there's no one.
because there's no one around. That's right. We know how to live the best homeschooler life. 6 or 7 up now, over 50 fully inflated, ready to be let loose.
Well, let's see them.
Let's see them. Yep. We're an hour into our hangout.
Oh wow, you've been out
An
there
hour?
that long?
Yep.
How long?
I was
when did
asleep.
you start?
Well, I mean, just before 7, because 7 was when it was programmed to start.
Oh.
So it would have started, and everyone's staring at your ceiling from your bedside table, and then you wake up, and then you look weird at the camera. Oh right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wish I could follow with you and your sense of humor, but I'm not. Kalani Lowe. Okay, well, I've Got to Be Me says, we homeschooled, did the same thing. Debbie ABQ says, if the kids like dinosaurs, they'd like the Natural History Museum, for sure. The Fog or Wind, this from Kalani, happens every year. Balloons go up late, then better on Sunday.
Well, Sunday.
All right, let's see. Kalani says 10 start at 8 and 8:15 every year. Yeah, see, if I had only known. Obese Croft says it was too foggy to start. Visibility was very low. Here, George, you take a shift.
Okay.
Tell them about yourself.
Um.
Are you an interesting person?
No. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, I have one annoying big brother. I like to read a lot.
You're dropping twigs on me.
Ooh, there comes Ward. Here, give me a count.
That's an unstable branch.
I'm just grabbing the twig.
Let's see if this kid falls.
He's grabbing twigs with his feet and throwing them.
For someone who climbs up there all the time, you're making me nervous with your uncertainty. There he goes. Well done, boy.
Bravo.
No balloons to report, though. All right, let's catch up on the comments here. Oh, no comments to catch up on.
They were all too enamored with Ward's tree climbing.
Yes.
Or with my breath.
Boop. 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 I mean, the blueness of the sky is even coming through on my camera now. This has got to be good weather for getting balloons up.
This is the clearest sky we've had for a while, especially considering we had a huge storm yesterday.
Yep. Crafty Coaster is taking off. He's going to go find a spot to do a video of his own. Do it.
Good luck to you, sir.
B-Deems, or B-Deems, B-Deems. Relocating to ABQ in a few weeks. Happy to be home hunt and happen to be home hunting during the Fiesta, but I don't see balloons. I'm not seeing balloons either.
I've seen a plane.
We see an airplane.
And
Maybe
birds.
they're just scouting. Maybe that's some
Maybe
guy
someone was
scouting
like,
for the
I'm tired of
balloons.
not finding
Where are the
balloons.
balloons?
Well, did you hear all the choppers earlier? I don't hear them now, but I
They're
mean,
probably the news.
yeah, exactly, the TV coverage. The mud should be fun at the ranch today. No leather shoes for me. Peace out, Crafty. Here comes the wife with a plan. If anyone can be counted on to have a plan, it's my wife.
Actually, I don't have.
No plan.
So it costs $10 to get into the Fiesta Park, and then it's $50 parking fee.
Wasn't there?
It's $10 for anyone 13 and older.
Wasn't there a field?
So it would cost us $40 to go.
Yeah.
No, it cost us 55 with parking.
Wasn't there a field that someone put in the comments that was free?
Yeah, there's some parks we could go to.
Ludicrously packed, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and I was looking at it. I don't know if it's worth it to go down there. Like, what if it's just like carnival stuff, like food and that? I don't know.
I think it would be. Oh, a balloon! A balloon!
Two balloons.
Woo!
Woohoo! We've not seen balloons.
Let's get up there.
I kind of think we should just go to parking lot,
2 balloons.
drive around.
Apparently, there's a problem with people stopping to dock at the balloons and crashes happen.
Nice. Come look at the balloons, girl.
I love your shirt.
There's 2 of them, you see them?
Stand up here.
What amazing footage I'm providing.
I still don't
You can see
them.
those specks,
Oh
right?
yeah.
The meow come with specs to see them.
Oh, Mara, go put on shoes, honey. It's
After
like
that,
I was out here in
Where did
athletic
that-
shorts and a t-shirt and new shoes for a while.
Don't tell her that.
All right, Debbie's taking off. She's going to the farmer's market. Rosemary said when she was a kid, the balloons would float over her playground, over the playground.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Oh man, that looks really pretty. It's too bad my camera really just can't show it.
We'll have to do another live video tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll be able to do several videos for the
So
Fiesta.
is it like an
That'd be
entire
cool.
these
It's like
2
all
days?
week. It's all week.
It's all
it
week.
happens.
That's cool.
The weekend is the biggest, especially today.
Oh, yeah.
apparently.
No, really.
I still don't see it.
I hope we don't crash them again.
Dude, they're out there. Which way are you looking? Yeah, you're looking the right way.
You know the purple.
Look, there's a plane is kind of flying out in the same direction.
Don't hit the balloon.
They're not going to hit the balloons then.
Maybe.
There's a lot of sky out there. Oh man, my camera's on. Oh, okay, yeah, there it goes. It's showing 2 of them now. They're just little specks in the camera.
Oh, yeah, I see them.
Isn't that cool, kid?
Yep.
You probably have a great view up there.
Yeah.
Understand why?
Don Andrade is complimenting us on the fabulous 4K detail of my camera. He just winked at you. I don't know if you could see.
From the 4K.
I actually have the crappiest phone in my whole family.
Oh, wow.
I buy my kids great phones, and I end up with this thing. That's pretty cool.
You can
When
use
our
my
phone
phone for your
breaks,
next live
you can
stream.
No. I thought you were going to start your own YouTube channel
Eventually.
eventually.
I'll start mine
Eventually.
before you.
Well, we saw some balloons. That's good.
Yeah.
Whew, so much sun.
I
They're
know.
kind of drifting out. They're kind of drifting away out of our line of sight.
Yeah, it's true. They're not. They're not going to come toward us.
Well, they're probably going towards the mountain because that's where every balloon must be, right?
Yeah, but actually, you can't steer one of those balloons.
You can't.
You can't.
All you can
Then
do is
how
control the up and down.
How do you land?
You land with care. You land wherever it is you
I'm
gotta
sure
land.
there
You
are-
can control your altitude, so you can control the speed at which you descend, and so to that degree,
But they're more crash landing then, right?
Yeah, basically the balloon just boom and dumps you out. From what I've seen. I'm sure that in the past these
Sounds-
balloons have landed in streets and stuff.
Yeah, they have.
Our entire family would just make one balloon just start.
they have chaser crews, and like there are people who volunteer to drive their cars following these balloons so they can give the dudes rides.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Maybe we could do that one year.
Sure, the pickup trucks are best at that, so they could take the balloon too.
Yeah. We'll like walk in the minivan.
It's probably not a pickup truck. I don't know how much room one of those things would take up, but
Yeah, but I guess I haven't seen one in my life, so I don't know how big they are.
Probably.
well, I'd like to close this video out after having seen more than 2 balloons, but I guess that's it. Those must have been the 2 that they said were like 15, 20 minutes ago. They said were up. Rosemary says, "I hope no one hits a power line this year."
Ooh.
That must be a fun experience for the person.
We
with
are
the
having
balloon.
power outage due to a balloon.
Dude, that would be scary, Dave.
Yeah, I would be really scared if the guy in the balloon.
Welcome back, Rayetta. Rayetta started breakfast.
Ah,
You
yes.
see.
Something that I am still lacking.
coffee
Matt
in my
Neville says, just went through Albuquerque, even went to Rio Bravo Brewing. Cool. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, this video is really not about cool balloon footage. It's about hanging out. And I think we're ready to draw it to a close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you so exhausted from YouTubing?
Man,
No,
being
no,
out here
no.
for the half hour.
I was in the middle of a yawn. And I was trying to speak, and then it
Okay.
didn't work out very well.
Sure.
I don't know if the people can see right behind Joffrey, those legs. Boop, there he goes. Hello, Ward. How many balloons did you see? Just the two? Okay. All right, y'all. We saw some balloons. We did it after an hour and 16 minutes of hanging out. And I'm sure we will see many, many balloons up in the sky throughout the day.
We are officially citizens of Albuquerque now that we've seen those balloons.
Dude, you need to say that again. Hold.
We are officially citizens of Albuquerque now that we've seen balloons.
I've
Boom.
seen plenty of balloons before, but
You have
I'm excited to see later
have to see
today.
them
I'm sure it's
here,
gonna be like
though.
a big flock that's gonna come up in like half an hour or an hour.
Is that the collective noun for balloons? A flock?
Flock. perhaps a
But what is
perhaps a herd.
balloons? Yeah, just balloons.
It's a herd.
All right, people.
I'm leaving.
Last thing we're going to do here is give a shout out to Damara, Dawn's wife. Shout out to the sister. All right. Peace of Christ be upon you.